Welcome to the Unnamed Podcast, the show for the people and by the people. I remain your host, Mrs. TIP. On today's episode, we will be looking at the previous life imprisonment or castration, which is a better punishment for rapists. As you know, we've had this discussion for weeks now, and inputs are mind-blowing, right? And I really want us to pay attention to them. I really want us to hear everybody, because that's what we're all about. Listening to people and letting our voice be heard. Okay, so today I will be starting off with the responses I got from episode 2, and later on we'll delve into other responses from previous week. So let's go, people. Let's meet Nathaniel and listen to what he has to say.
Okay, so good afternoon, and I'm just listening to your podcast and I really loved it. So now, permit me to comment on both Moa and Uche's points. So I'll start with Moa. And so she said something, if I'm not mistaken, something about as a Christian, she has the heart of forgiving, that they should forgive, find a place in their heart to forgive. Then castration means they are technically taking away the man's rights, something like that they can't change. And also, okay, fine, no Allah, but even the Bible says there's punishment for our sins. See, whether you don't serve it here on earth, you will serve it on Judgment Day. You know where you will go to. But now that there have been laid rules, now I'm against castration. But if that's her reason for being against castration, then I don't agree with her. I mean, I have lady friends that have been raped or close to being raped, and I know the trauma that thing comes with. I have not felt it, but I know what it feels like because I have close friends that have experienced something like this, and this thing stays with them forever. Many of them don't even want to stay near boys. They don't want to have husbands. They are afraid. They look at every guy as a predator. You've taken away their mental health from them. You've taken it away, really. So you have to serve your punishment. Really, if it were to be castration, yes, you can repent, but you have to, the punishment is part of the repentance process. You will serve it, and that's what would reset your brain to normal. That's what it is. And I know I'm a Christian, we forgive, fine. But see, this is someone that you hurt mentally, physically. This person's life cannot be the same. Haba, let's reason it, please. Let's reason it. Mind you, I repeat, I'm against castration. Well, if that is her reason against castration, then I totally disagree. My own reason against castration is just two things. What happens to the women if they are the rapists in the case, and what happens to the wrongly accused? Because we know Nigeria and quick judgments. Their body used to be sweet sometimes. They'll just quickly pass judgments. They'll castrate this guy. And okay, later you say the lady was catching clout, or it was doing for clout, or it was the wrongly accused person. What happens? What happens then? Do you kill the lady? You can't. Do you jail life imprisonment? You can't. You can, but it doesn't equal you taking away that man's rights. So those are my two reasons against castration. Then now, Uche's point of view. Now, Uche was trying to be on defense. So it's very obvious. He was trying to be on defense, but that cannot work here. You have to be for something. He has a soft heart, yes. Okay. Fine, but see, he said something about rehabilitation for both the rapist and the raped. That part threw me off. Like, at that point, I was like, what rehabilitation? What do you want to see? Rape is not something. It's not an accident. Rape is something of the mind. You think of someone, you think of it. It's lost. You don't just rape by mistake. Nobody rapes by mistake. It is intentional. Trust me. Rape is not that you went and you mistakenly raped a lady, just like you are going somewhere and you mistakenly fall a bottle on the floor. No, it is intentional. You said by force by fire, I must have my way with this lady. That is rape, whether she likes it or not. That is rape. You thought about it. It's a mind process. It's not mistake. Whether you were drunk or anything, that's not an excuse for rape. Many of these people know what they are doing. If you read rape stories, okay, during this whole rape allegations, and you see new story every day. So for the people they caught, they will tell you that the urge, it was doing them somehow, their body was doing them somehow, they were having lustful thinking, so they were thinking about it. Don't just rehabilitate people like that, punish them. They must learn. That's the only way they will learn. Rehabilitation. Okay, where have you even seen that they used to rehabilitate rapists? Please, except you can tell me. I have not seen. The punishment, you send them to jail or whatever the late punishment is. That's the only way they can learn. They've taken something away from someone. Now take something away from them. Let them know how it feels. That's just it, really. So both their points, they had valid points at some different points in their audio, but I didn't agree with everything, and that's just and this is my take. I'm sorry if this is too long, but it just had to be, because at some point, I won't lie to you, I was getting pissed. Okay, so I'm sorry if I'm adding more, but like things are just entering my head over this issue. So what I just want to say now is very simple and short. When there is no consent, it's automatically rape. Like, it's just consent. Everything is rape is just the thin line between yes or no. Once there is no yes, it's already rape. That's what people don't know. Like, see, let's not even go far. Just sexual harassment, right? Sexual harassment alone, not even rape. I know rape is a form of sexual harassment, but I don't know how I'll put it now. Like, not rape, but you know how some boys harass some ladies sexually, maybe on the road or on a queue or something. You know what these things do to ladies? Ladies don't feel safe anymore going out because they feel they'll be cornered somewhere. They cannot go away in the night. Parents are stopping their daughter children from going out in the evenings. They cannot walk alone. They are not feeling safe without anything. Then imagine when this thing happens. Without being raped, they are not feeling safe. Without being harassed, they are not even feeling safe. But now, imagine when this thing happens. What do you expect? See, many of them commit suicide. See, their body has left them. They are just surviving, really. If you ask them, I wish you could get any how will I put it now? Is it rape victim or what's the word? I don't know. So ask them their story. I know some got out of it, but I can be sure that out of every 100, not more than 10 recovered from that thing. It's drenching, like it's so drenching. That thing can kill, like, so I don't know. A few people are just taking this matter so lightly because they've not heard from people's side of the story. I have friends, so it's not as if I was lying or anything. I know people that have been raped or sexually harassed, a lot of them, and they've told me because we are close. So I know what they feel. I really know what they feel. So I don't know. People just take this rape matter lightly. And Uche said he prays it doesn't happen to anybody close to him, blah blah blah. But at the same time, it doesn't have to happen to anybody close to you for you to know the real effects. It has happened to other people. The people that it has happened to, they have people close to them, they have families. So let's put ourselves in their shoes. If you were their family member or a family member, if you were the closest friend they had, how would you feel about it? Just think about it, and I'm sure people's mind will change.
Thank you so much, Nathaniel, and I really agree with you on the fact that a punishment for such a crime shouldn't, be pitied of some sort, because these people actually cause changes in their victim's life, you understand? And yes, like you rightly pointed out, I think that was even the reason why that law wasn't really passed fully. Am I even saying fully? It wasn't even passed at all because they needed an equal punishment, or punishment that would be equal to whatever punishment that male rapists are given, because truthfully there are female rapists too. And moving on, we are going to be listening to Jeffrey and see what Jeffrey also had to say.
Hello there, hello listeners, hello everyone. My name is Jeffrey. I'm going to give my take on this castration or life imprisonment punishment for rape cases or for rapists. Anyway, but my perspective is going to be different because I totally disagree with outrightly going for either castration or life imprisonment. Anyone who decides to go for either or both of them is probably letting his emotion get the best of him or her. So, castration or life imprisonment, for me, no. Depending on the situation, depending on the scenario, we dish out the appropriate punishment here. for the crime committed. You see, today, even for murder cases, you don't just shoot person into the prison for life imprisonment. You have to assess the kind of murder that happened. Was it first degree murder? Was it premeditated murder? On what scenario? What kind of thing happened before the murder happened? Different things have to be put in check to now determine, okay, we give the guy 25 to life or life imprisonment, or whatever it goes. You see, you even see cases of murder that gets just 20 years, 25 years, for killing somebody, and you can agree with me that murder is probably the top there, on the most heinous or most wicked crime to commit. So let's go back to the rape case. There are different kind of rape. For instance, to start with, there is territory rape, there is gang rape, there is war rape, there is state rape, there is corrective rape. To try to correct somebody who is gay, bring them back. You see guys saying, this guy is a lesbian. I catch her, just give me 1 hour with her, she could change back to being straight and like boys again. So that's under corrective rape, if I remember clearly. That's date rape, that's that kind of rape. So you can't there's even children rape. You can't apportion the punishment for children rape to probably statutory rape or spousal rape or date rape. Statutory rape is the rape between people who they feel is underage. Sorry, sex between people who they feel underage, not even rape time. This is just pure sex between maybe a 22-year-old guy and a 17-year-old guy. Yes, you get a 17-year-old girl. The girl is not yet of age, but she has had sex with the guy, and they can claim the guy raped her based on just being underage. A consented sex and sex that they both agree together can be claimed as rape because she's underage, pure underage. Now, in your own church mind, would you really want to give that kind of guy castration or life imprisonment? That is totally unfair. Totally unfair. This girl was in her right mind. She thought some 17-year-old can think as much as 23, 25-year-old guys think. So they literally know what they did, but because the law says anyone under 18 is underage, depending on the country. So the country goes at 13-year-old, 14-year-old, depending on the country. Anyway, it could be 15, it could be 16 for the country. So just based on that, you want to give the guy life imprisonment. That is totally unfair. So there are scenarios where you have to put in place and then determine what kind of punishment to give. Now, on my scale of highest punishment, I will give it to the guys who are serial rapists. This kind of guy who just look around in the bush and wait for any random lady passing by. Literally around it and pounce on a raper. Those kind of guys should be on the top. That's number one. And number two are the kind of guys who go after children, who literally have sex with 4-5-year-old children. Those kind of guys should be like they are all on the same top level. And number three, the most of all, is anybody who is involved in a rape case that leads to death. For instance, you rape a 6-month-old child and leads to death, but that just kill him instantly. There's no point because this is murder. Forget this. Let's even remove the paper part. You killed somebody, so this is murder. Your punishment should be murder. Also, they should kill you. So then you rape and kill the person. They should give you they first castrate you for like 6 months, and then cut your hands off and rape you off, and then do it. So it's not a black and white scenario. There's a gray line. There's a rape pattern where you have to use your sense to do it. Now, I know people get emotional about the whole rape and everything, but please, if you let emotion run the world today, then everything will be pickily, everything will be upside down. So we have to use our sense and put things in place. Now, for instance, in the case of let's assume date rape, where you had sex with a girl who's probably drunk. Now, the girl agreed to have sex with you because she's drunk. She did it. It's not like you probably raped her. She probably even initiated it. She probably even initiated it and probably seduced the hell out of you while she was drunk. Now, after she, the next morning she got clear and like, what the hell? I will never in my right mind have sex with this kind of guy. And then she, she changed the whole scenario upon you and then accuse you. Yes, technically now in 2020, before now, we've all agreed that avoid anyone who is raped, avoid sleeping with them because they are not in their right mind. They never made the decision in their right mind. They're like a madman, probably throwing water on your head. You cannot accuse him because he's a madman. You just leave him alone and go. So the court will free him based on his sense of thought or anything based on that. So the court also will punish you based on the fact that you're having sex with somebody who cannot consent, who cannot literally consent or say something because it's wrong. But then again, if you weigh it again, let's look at it this way again. You as a lady, the implication of getting drunk is going to probably make you do something off. should you really get that kind of guy life imprisonment? Come on, that's totally unfair. It's like going to a zoo and then crocodile eating off your hand because you put your hand in the pit, and then you decide to sue the zoo for crocodile eating your hand. I mean, are you that daft? Don't you know putting your hand in the pit will mean the crocodile will chop it off? If I was the zoo owner, I would probably even sue you because I have to now kill the crocodile because it has eaten your hand, because now it will want human blood and human blood. So now I have to lose my crocodile because of your stupidity. You see how that works? So technically to the girl, it's kind of stupid. Getting drunk will get you this. So just scenario where you have to put in. Now you could punish the guy depending on how much it is, because it's common sense. Don't sleep with people who are drunk. Totally avoid it. Now you could punish the guy if as you didn't feel, maybe 2 years, 3 years imprisonment, but definitely no castration, definitely no life imprisonment. Then what will you say about rape between people who are already dating? Acquaintance kind of rape, yeah, between people who are already in relationship, or who already are in relationship, who are in love, but they've even had like multiple 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 sex encountered before, but on this particular day, this lady is not interested, and the guy kind of way of force himself into her. Do you really think life imprisonment will be good? Even after that particular incident of the guy forcing himself into her, let's assume they see adds 2, 3 more where they both is consented. No, now it's dicey. Just because that get decided to that one more time, we really, it's just kind of, you have to put the kind of rape in the class it fits. Is it children rape? Okay, we'll give him 10 years. Is he date rape? Did you drug her, or did she get drunk by herself, or what happened, or did you both get drunk, or what happened? Then you put a portion accordingly. Or is it how would I put it? Maybe is it war? There's even war rape where soldiers begin to rape. That's one you could kill those soldiers or something. You could punish them in a different way depending on the war crimes. The law and the war crimes. You see, even war rape is one of the most unpunishable rape, because now your country will probably even defend you, because we are both at war and anything can happen. In war, you expect anything to happen. So you can go home totally unpunished, because you have killed them, you have done everything for them. This is war. You are even the opposite, the part that raped the other part. So the part that got raped will do the same thing to the other parts that raped them if they had the opportunity, because this is now war. No, there is no barrier, no level. So technically, even soldiers that do rape, that rape people should be punished. And it's basically, my answer is you cannot just say castration or life imprisonment. You have to take the kind of rape, the class it's facing, and then wait. Sorry, your emotions are getting the best of you, but please let's use our senses. Even murder don't get outright killing on life imprisonment. They put the murder and then they weigh the crime. So that's my take on life imprisonment. So if you want more specific answer, you have to give me you have to now create scenarios on the kind of rape that happened, on how it happened. Then we can now start talking about, okay, do you think we should give this guy they both got drunk, or do you think we should give this guy who's had sex with a 17 and a half year old girl, okay, 2 days to her becoming 18, who had sex with her, and they both consented and they both agreed. Do you really think we should give him, what kind of punishment do you think we should give him? Do you think we should give him correctional facility for just 6 months, or now we can now get into specifics, but giving a blanket on all kind of rape is totally not acceptable. But yes, I agree there are some rape that should go on with life imprisonment, like I said before. Raping children or raping people to death, no matter the case, just give them. Or serial rapists are just, those are animals. People that stay in the bush and then wait for people to pass around and then rape them. Those are totally animals, and give them like 25 years or 30 years, however you deem fit, accordingly anyway. So that's my take on the whole castration and rape issue. Once again, my name is Jeffrey, and yeah, that's my take. So bye.
Once again, thank you so much, Jeffrey, for that input. But I must remind us, please, life imprisonment is said to be the current sitting penalty for rape, okay? So it's not like anybody's suggesting that. What was suggested is castration, which was actually rejected, okay? So I also love the fact that you took us way, into even the military, and let me just say I reserve my comments for now, okay? I'll probably see you in camera, but I reserve my comments for now. Okay, so next up, I wanted us to listen to a rape victim who actually opened up a little bit about her story, and I think we should just go all in. I don't even want to waste time on that. So let's listen to V.
So you were saying castration or death. First of all, let's even understand what rape is, because nowadays people have a lot of opinions about this rape thing. The thing is, once you are not, you. Okay, let me put it this way. Normally people see rape as a man and a woman wanting to get involved, and the man says can we, and the lady says no, and he forces her without her consent. That is rape. But normally, what should we even be looking at? The fact is, as a boy or a girl, man or a woman, and you have a female friend, or you're in a relationship, or you have somebody close, you shouldn't take advantage of the person, either kissing, touching, or anything, because once you are already trying to, like, you are already moving towards the rape culture indeed. Now the thing is, the rape itself might happen for like few minutes. Most times that's what does happen, like 2 to 3 minutes, max 5 minutes, and as the guy, the person is okay, they're feeling, oh, I'm fine and all that. But the issue is, for the lady, you begin to doubt yourself. You begin to look at things and you're saying, why is it that it was me? Why is it that I'm not fine like the rest? Is it that there's something wrong with me, that he now had to rape me, or she now had to rape me, or stuff like that? And the painful aspect is, people start asking questions like, why did you run? And why did you stay there? If you stay there, that means you were enjoying it, and stuff like that. But the funny case is, nobody ever plans this thing. And for the sake that you are not planning it still means that it happened. And as fast as that happens, it's going to be a lifetime. It even affects them to the stage whereby when they even get married, they cannot allow their husband to sleep with them, or they even doubt their own partners, and they feel shy or sad when they see guys, and they be like, don't let what happened before, let it come and happen again. Punishment for rapists should be death. God forgive me, I'm a Bible believing Christian, but I feel like they should die. We all know of the cases that have been happening, justice for Tina, justice for Uwa, and the rest, and people have been saying a lot. Actually sat down one day in a group of people, and somebody said, why did the girl go out? It's because she actually wanted it. And I'm like, are you mad? In this time, somebody will gladly say, come and rape me, and bear the brunt for our whole life. Punishment for rapists should be death, like instant death. Let it now be that it is even the family of the people that you raped, let them be the ones to kill you. Because castrating them does not mean that you cannot get a rubber prick and attach it to your whatever. That's if whoever is going to castrate is going to do it with ease. But if the person doesn't do it with ease, manhandle and just do the worst to them. But all the same, in all fairness, he said, whoever wants equity should come in. Yeah. So I'll let you share a personal experience. You might need to so nobody knows I'm the one. The funny thing is, growing up, I had an uncle who usually would come to my house. My dad is just, me, playful, witty, don't take anything for granted, always playful and all that. So this my uncle would come, my parents wouldn't feel, this one can even do shit. He would come, sit in the parlor, Faiza, sit down beside me, and I'm there. And he'd be like, open your legs. For God's sake, I was 5. And he would start touching and all that. And he would say things like, don't tell anybody. If you tell anybody, I'm going to beat you. I'll get you whatever you want. I'm a kid. I don't understand what you're doing, because my hormones at that time is not my hormones as a grown woman now. Some people look at it and be like, what is this one doing? And I'll look at it like, me knowing who my mom is, I can't just say, mommy, Uncle Kini can't say something, and he did. No, the thing, he gave me multiple shocks growing up, because apart from that one, I also had a near-death experience with one of my auntie's houseboy trying to like get in between my legs by force, and he do it in such a way that he wants to do it to say, if you don't say it, I'll not give you food or something. I was still very young. And the funny thing about it, I never actually felt the need to tell anybody. I needed to feed my demons on my own and walk through the growth process and feel like, oh, I will heal. But the funny thing is, nobody actually heals from all these things. I'm not married now. I'm in a relationship. You cannot want to touch me. I will look at you in a kind of manner like, are you mad? What are you trying to do? Because I don't feel safe enough to allow you to say, baby, no, please stay away from me. Don't even come close, so that I don't start feeling like, hey, this thing wants to happen again. I can't even go to parties. I will be scared. If I even go to parties, I will sit down with people I know that, this one, if what's come to us, they would protect me, or they won't allow me to do shit. So that's it. I just feel like whatever you are doing, if you rape a woman, you are a man created by God, and you take advantage of a lady, either by tapping current, like they will say, maybe you just want to touch her breast, just do it, or you do anything, it is wrong. And as wrong as it sounds, it's really bad. Me, I feel like they should just be castrated, period.
Thank you so much, V, for letting us into your own story, and I really do appreciate it. And I pray you get healed, to a better percentage, because like you said, nobody totally gets healed of it. It's either you become more security conscious, or it just makes you think that maybe the guy sitting next to you in a particular place, is a suspect. You probably start looking at every guy as a suspect. Or I really pray you get to a point. I should I say I don't know how you feel, or okay. I'm feeling so led to want to share my story, but I think that will be in the very last episode to this topic. I appreciate everything you did, V. I appreciate. Okay, thank you so much. Well, up next is DJ Ben, and he had a twist to it though, so let's just hear what he had to say.
Okay, good evening. I'm going to drop my contribution now. I'm driving, I'm on the road at the moment, so I think I'll be a little bit distracted, but please bear with me. I feel this is the only time I can send the voice note because I might be busy or I might not remember to send it, but I'm safe though I'm on speaker, hands-free. So, rape. We all know that rape is a very bad thing. We also know that rape is a general thing. Rape happens in all the countries in the world. Rape is a male and a female thing. A male can be the victim, a female can also be the victim. So, looking at the punishments, we should try and look for a punishment that is equal. We treat rapists equally, be it a girl or a guy. Female rapist should get the same punishment as a male rapist, and a male rapist should get the same punishment as a female rapist. So, castration. A male can be castrated, but can a female be castrated? We are talking about equal punishments. So, we shouldn't say, okay, we can do this thing. No. If you want to castrate a male, then maybe you go close the woman. And also, life imprisonment. Life imprisonment might be a good option, but the country is currently looking for ways to decongest our prisons. So you cannot just pack all the rapists, because rape is something that would happen. It's something that would happen just like stealing would happen. No matter how we pass the message, there must be a thief. Rape is something that will happen, that has come to stay. So you cannot push all the rapists inside prison, pack them up, because at the end of the day, the prisons will be filled up. We are even we are looking for ways to decongest, and you are adding more people. But I feel that another severe punishment should be given to these people. A punishment that the public would you will not hide the rapist. The public will be aware that, there is a rapist that lives in so place. This guy raped so girl. Do it in such a way that the victim, that the suspect, the rapist, the rapist is dragged, not physically though, but the rapist, how do I put it? Okay, we are not trying to cover the rapist here. We're trying to give them a very strict punishment, like a very hard labor punishment, community service. We don't do all these kind of stuff in Nigeria. Yeah, if I were to be the one to sentence these people, to me, I'm just I'm talking from my own view, because now I'm not talking about your castration and life imprisonment, because I gave my own reason. For me, I'll brand a t-shirt saying I am a rapist, like put it on the guy, I am a rapist, and the guy will be made to carry out community service like cleaning the roads. We have, instead of calling these Loma people, carry the guy, let him do it for 3 months. Let him do it strictly for 3 months, and after he does it for 3 months, let me see how he's going to rape again. Carry the girl, let the girl do the same thing. If the girl is going to work with Loma, if you are giving the girl debt like every day or whenever the company wants to go out to pack debts from compound, I'm just giving example of how I feel the punishment should go. Let the girl put on the shirt, I am a rapist, boldly, and go from compounds to compounds. In her area, not in another area, in her area where she currently resides, or in his area where he currently resides. In the person's area, in the rapist area, let him wear the clothes and walk. Tomorrow, if he sees, if someone tells him no will be no. You see all these kind of things. There are some punishment that you give people that beat them, or you are not flogging them, you are not caning them, but there are some punishments that are stronger than you physically hitting someone. Do you get? So there are some punishment that are stronger than, because this thing is coming to live with you. The memory is coming to stick with you. No matter how you will not, the embarrassment will be there for a very long time. So before you even come over this embarrassment, you for don't hold, you for know they even think about in life, or don't jam left, right, and center. So if for know they think about to rape person picking again, here you get. So I don't know if I'm like going away from the suggestion or this thing, the proposed punishment here. So I don't know if I'm moving away, but I just feel if we are pushing all the rapists inside prison, we are seeing all the rapists march inside Kirikiri or whatever prison. Prisons go full. They go the rape. They feel go see the rape themselves for prison, so they no go change. Instead, we should try and change them the hard way. Let them change for good. You get some people where go thief, then they go, the punishment where they go turn pastor, because the kind of punishment where they face. I know that there are some people that are very that their mind is even blocked, that even if you like carry them and put inside lagoon, if they come out, they will see rape again. But when you put them inside lagoon, like if you continue putting them inside lagoon, they will get tired, as in they would stop it. If you give them severe punishments, you at the end of the day, you would find out that these numbers would reduce. You cannot remove everybody. You cannot say, you cannot identify a rapist because it's not shown on the head. And at the same time, you cannot remove everybody from saying, okay, I want to do it in such a way, I want to push everybody in the prison so that no rapists will be outside. You understand? You cannot, because new cases will come up every day. And you will even still be the ones, will you start building new prisons for rapists? So this severe punishment, to me, I think the severe punishment is also good. If I was to be in charge of putting punishments to people, I would say this severe punishments. I would look for a punishment that is very severe. I just give my own example, like I said, Join Loma. I'm just giving my own example, but there's other severe punishments out there that you have to do it in public. It's not something that you hide. They will take it from courtroom to, you will just be seeing it on social media. No, do it in public. When you wear I'm a rapist, somebody will video you and somebody will snap you. You understand? So they will even know yourself. People will avoid you. Before you know, you start losing friends. Before you know, if you are a celeb, you start losing endorsement and the rest. So who wants to lose friends? Who wants to lose endorsements? Do you understand? So I feel doing this would reduce the percentage of rapists that we have in the country. Yeah, I think I've said so much. So let me drop the MIC here.
DJ Ben, thank you so much for that interview. That was really, really packed. And I like the fact that you're suggesting something different. And I kind of feel you on public shaming, like, public exposing of these criminals, right? Let us see these people. Let them be shown publicly on their street, wherever they live. I feel that. And nobody likes to be brought out. Nobody likes to be shamed in public. Like, I remember one time a picture went viral on Twitter where a boy was standing in front of Spa in Port Harcourt. Like, Spa is like the most public place in Port Harcourt. By that I mean that's where, like, it's the most attractive, right? People come there day in, day out. Like, I remember serving there, and in fact that was like my second home. Okay, so I recall that a boy stood there one time with a placard, or I think a cardboard, and written on it was, "I impregnated a girl, my parents made me do this," or something like that, And this guy stood there, people were seeing it. It actually gave Twitter fam different, like, mixed feelings. Some people were like, why would his parents bring him out like that? Some people felt for him, and others were like, this is really like this is a typical Nigerian parent, man. Like, kind of giving his parents some accolades and stuff. I know nobody likes public disgrace. Nobody likes to be brought out. Even in class, then if you get Odo, and teacher calls you out or something and says, "This one got 0," that shame now, and everybody's laughing. Like, this is cool. Like, I really like your own perspective to all of this, and I agree with you on the fact that whatever punishment should kind of almost be equal. Not even almost. You were saying it should be equal and mutual for whatever kind of rapist that is accused of that sort. Quickly, I'm just going to round up by including someone else's contribution. It was written, so I'm going to be reading that. Ada says, "Well, my take on this is that life imprisonment should be better than castrating the rapist, in my own view. I will look at it from 2 points, the psychological and sociological point. What is the mind frame of the rapist before carrying out the act? As a nation, the necessary facilities are not in place to check this. Why on the other part, that is sociological part, I know some people do this for ritual purpose. Therefore, I think before passing a judgment, the motive behind the act needs to be defined before executing judgment. The two laws should stand." So she's suggesting castration and life imprisonment should stand. And as we know, life imprisonment is currently the punishment. But I think I'm going to round up with suggestions from a lawyer. I kind of asked a lawyer friend 2 questions about the current punishment, because we think we know everything, but unfortunately I got to even discover new things, and I would love for us to hear those new things. So over to you, Zanti.
Okay, the first question you asked was the punishment for rape, whether there is a punishment for rape. There is a punishment for rape because there are various acts and laws that define the act of rape, the offense of rape, and once there's a definition of an offense, there has to be provision of the penalty. So the administration of criminal justice system in Nigeria varies because there are some laws that are applicable in the north, and there are some that are applicable in the south, and there are some that are a little bit uniform. I don't want to go into the gory details of criminal law, but for the north there is the penal code, and under the penal code, which defines the offense of rape, it provides a maximum of 14 years as its penalty, while the criminal code, which covers the south, provides the penalty as life imprisonment. Now, aside from these 2 major acts that govern administration of criminal justice system in Nigeria, there are other laws that can be applicable. There's the Child Rights Act. Under that, there is the life imprisonment, there is Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act, but that is only applicable to FCT Abuja, and under that too is life imprisonment, and there are various criminal laws that are applicable to states. For example, Lagos has its own law. I'm just trying to establish the fact that yes, there is a framework, but it's usually life imprisonment for the offense of rape. Now, the second question you asked, is it possible for wrongly accused persons to sue those who wrongly accuse them of rape after it has been discovered to be a false accusation? Of course it is. It's even provided in the 1999 Constitution, somewhere in section 36. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but it's provided in Constitution that if you have been wrongly accused, you have the right to be compensated. Now, if you also have a right to sue if you decide to. You can file a civil lawsuit against the person on malicious prosecution or defamation of character, because it is normal that once you have been charged or alleged for committing a crime, any crime at all, not talk more of rape, there's going to be some form of societal judgments against you. The society might even get to judge you before a competent court does. And that's why the Constitution also provides the presumption of innocence, that no one, an accused person who has been charged for a criminal offense is innocent until proven guilty. We all know that that's in the books, like for the purpose of law, but in the society you would be critiqued, you would be judged even before the case falls through, and even after the case is done and you come out successful, that is, you are proven innocent, you still be critiqued. People will still talk about you. So if it's a right that you have, if you choose to use it, fine. But it's very possible you can sue for defamation of character, under slander or libel, depending on how the person accused you wrongly. And if you are sure that the person ought to have known, or the person knew that it was a false accusation, or the person fabricated stories and the person still went on about saying it, it's a very serious offense. And for someone to be accused wrongly, you know that in the society right now, it's very easy for someone to say they got raped, although proving it here is also another thing. But it's very easy for someone to just say everybody has been coming up with their stories, their rape stories, and people tend to judge the various people. I wouldn't say guys, because there are also guys that have been, I wouldn't say raped or sexually assaulted because it's rape is actually, it has to be a penetration. There has to be a penetration in a vagina, but I don't want to go to the definition of rape. It's just very hard. So you can file a suit, malicious prosecution or defamation of character, or both, depending on you. Just ask your lawyer, state the details, and to be really sure that that's what you want. Or you can even file for sue for damages, monetary compensation, because that one's less lengthier. You can just do a negotiation settlement or something like that. But basically, that's the answer to your questions, and I hope this helps. Thank you.
Yes, Zanti, you were really very helpful. Thank you so much for that input. At least now we know better. We understand that in some areas or parts of this country, the penalty may differ, and the fact that, yes, if you're wrongly accused, you could actually sue whoever wrongly accused you. And for me, I think that's a wrap for today. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. I'm even thanking you in advance for sharing. Thank you for for reviews and ratings, right? So if you enjoyed today's episode, please, it wouldn't cost you a thing, probably just a few seconds, to repost or share, this podcast, because I really need you guys, okay? I really need you guys. Secondly, if you want to send in your review of the podcast, you can quickly do that via mail. My email remains kekahende@outlook.com. Kekahende is spelled KEHKAHENDE kekand@outlook.com. You could find us on Instagram and on Twitter. Did I say us? You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. My Instagram handle is now _Mrs. TIP. Yes, _Mrs. TIP. That's very, very short, not too long. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate everything so far. Thank you for telling your story. Thank you for sharing insightful thoughts. Thank you for even giving us alternative to the suggestions. Okay, I really appreciate it. So we will be having the very last episode of this topic, hopefully next week, and please just stay tuned. Thank you.